Picture our planet long, long ago. Imagine Earth, a swirling blue marble in the vast, silent expanse of space. For billions of years it was a world without thought. Rocks formed, rocks eroded, oceans churned under a younger, fainter sun, volcanoes erupted, spewing gas and lava, shaping the land. Life began as a simple whisper, a single-celled organism drifting in the primordial soup. There were no eyes to see the spectacular meteor showers. There were no ears to hear the thunderous crash of waves against the shore. The universe, in a way, was asleep. It was a grand cosmic stage with no audience to witness its breathtaking performance. This was a planet of pure reaction. A bacterium moved toward a chemical gradient, not because it wanted to, but because physics and chemistry compelled it. A plant turned its leaves toward the sun, not out of a desire for light, but through an automatic process coded into its very being. Everything was cause and effect, a magnificent but unconscious dance of matter and energy. No joy, no fear, no memory of yesterday, and no anticipation of tomorrow. Then, something extraordinary began to happen. They started to sense, detect light. This was the very first glimmer, the faintest spark in the immense darkness of non-existence. It was the dawn of awareness. The universe was starting to wake up. What even is consciousness? Let's simplify it. At its most basic, it's the feeling of being aware. It's the lights being on inside. You know you are you. You feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. You are not just a robot reacting to the world. You are experiencing it. It's the difference between a rock and an animal that feels, senses, and has an internal world. A fish darts away from a shadow. It likely feels a jolt we might call fear. A dog greets you at the door, tail wagging, a clear expression we interpret as joy. It remembers you. It missed you. This is more than a pre-programmed response. Think about primates, our closer relatives. A chimpanzee recognizes itself in a reflection. It touches the red dot on its forehead, not the dot in the mirror. This shows a sense of self. It knows the reflection is me. They display complex social behaviors. They form alliances. They grieve for their dead. They deceive one another. To do this, you must imagine another's thoughts or feelings. A huge leap in the evolution of mind. Awareness isn't an on-off switch. It's a dimmer dial, evolving brighter and more complex with each branch of life. The universe wasn't just waking up, it began to dream, to feel, to think. Somewhere on the plains of Africa, a new kind of mind began to take shape. Our early human ancestors, the hominins, were walking upright. This simple change had profound consequences. It freed up their hands. Walk. You can carry things, you can make things, you can gesture. The brain began to grow, rewiring itself to manage the complex new tasks the hands were performing. A key development was the ability to solve problems in a new way. An early human could look at the fruit, then look at a fallen branch, and make a connection. They could see the branch not just as a piece of wood, but as a potential tool. This growing brain also had to navigate an increasingly complex social world. Living in larger groups offered protection cooperation, but it also presented a huge mental challenge. You had to keep track of who was your friend, who was a rival, who owes you a favor. This social calculus drove the evolution of a social brain. Our ancestors developed a theory of mind, the ability to understand that others have minds, beliefs, desires of their own. And then came language. Simple grunts gestures. Language allowed one human to transfer a thought from their mind directly into another's. Culture was born. Imagine the night for our early ancestors. It was dark, cold, filled with unseen dangers. Then came one of the most important discoveries in human history: the control of fire. Fire did more than just provide warmth and light. It kept predators at bay. It cooked food, making it easier to digest and unlocking more nutrients, which in turn fueled our growing brains. Around the flickering light of the campfire, our ancestors gathered. They were safe. They had time. This newfound time and safety around the fire created a new kind of mental space. The day was for hunting, gathering. The night was for something else. It was a time for social bonding, for telling stories. One person could recount the day's hunt, transforming a simple event into a narrative with a beginning, a middle, and an end. The campfire became the first theater, the first classroom, the first library. It was here that complex culture truly began to burn bright. This growing internal world eventually spilled out onto the walls of caves. About 40,000 years ago, humans started to create art. They mixed minerals with animal fat to make pigments. Using their hands and simple brushes, they painted bison horses, mammoths. They were taking the images from inside their minds and making them real on the outside. These cave paintings are messages sent across tens of thousands of years. They had imaginations, they had an inner life. So here we are. We are the products of this incredible, mind-blowing journey. Our consciousness is the legacy of billions of years of cosmic and biological evolution. It's the result of freed hands, growing brains, social living, flickering campfires. It allows us to do more than just survive. We can create symphonies, we can write poetry, we can build telescopes that peer back to the dawn of time, we can look at our own hands and wonder how they came to be. We are, as far as we know, the only part of the universe that can contemplate the universe itself. This ability makes us special. It also gives us a profound responsibility. We understand the delicate web of life on our planet. We are the custodians of this world. The same mind that composes a sonata can build a weapon of mass destruction. The choice is ours. Our consciousness connects us in deep, meaningful ways. It allows us to feel empathy. It is the foundation of love, friendship, community. When you look up at the night sky, you might feel awe and wonder. That feeling is a product of your consciousness. You are part of a grand human story, a continuous chain of conscious minds stretching back through time. The story of consciousness is the story of the universe becoming aware of itself. We are the universe's way of knowing itself. We carry the cosmos within our minds, and our journey is not over. The story is still being written, and we are the ones holding the pen.